system.
Welcome to First Round KO on YouTube. I am KO, aka Howard J. Dingers. This is Connor J.D. Moore.
Yes, I am.
And welcome to our prediction show for NXT TakeOver Phoenix.
I have a question. This isn't going to be in Chase Field, too, or is it?
Oh, that's a good
Or
question.
are they playing it where the Suns play?
Gonna Google things live on air. That's a really good question, actually. I would assume the same place.
Could you imagine if NXT sells out Chase Field?
That would be incredible.
Right?
I would imagine most of the super fans that go for the Rumble would also
most likely go
there.
Because it's basically a Mania thing.
Yeah. But like they usually just use the same set. They usually go to the same place.
True.
I would assume so. Now I'm really curious. Venue. Nope. Talking Stick Resort Arena.
Where the Suns play, yep.
Okay, interesting. That means they'll have, well, I suppose the Rumble usually has a unique setup. Then maybe they'll have their own unique setup.
Oh, they're actually going to go with not the same cookie-cutter bullshit that they do every pay-per-view?
Maybe.
Yeah.
The Rumble usually never is. The
True.
Rumble's usually different.
True.
I liked last year's setup a lot where they just had like the big board.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't play any videos. It was just the name. It was pretty cool. We'll see. I don't know. But anyway.
I mean, it's not a big-ass baseball field, so we'll see what they do.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I expect big things. They have that Saudi money. I expect big things from WWE.
They got that blood money. Yeah, said it.
Anyway. All right, let's jump into these predictions. We're going to start with Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno, the finale of the feud, I would assume.
One would hope.
Probably going to be a legit match this time. Probably not going to be 6 seconds like last time. So, with that said, Connor, who's winning this match?
Well, here's a show where they're going to have the same cookie-cutter Titantron stuff. Anyways, yeah, Matt Riddle. No. Yeah, why am I even explaining myself, Matt Riddle?
Matt Riddle is the future of WWE. Not just the future of NXT. He is the future of WWE, and they need to protect him with everything they can. Yes, he is winning this one. He's going to look good. He's going to make Cassius tap with his bro mission, which actually looks dope as hell. But yeah, the fourth best theme song in NXT is going to win this one. Cassius Ohno is number 5. You want to know my ranking?
Yeah, I really do.
Aleister Black.
1.
Tommaso Ciampa.
1A, 1B, but
Pretty much. Undisputed Era.
I expected that to be up there.
Matt Riddle, Cassius Ohno, and Ricochet at a good 6.
I don't understand your fascination with Matt Riddle's music, but let's move on.
Bro, I just love it. Bro, I didn't even try to. Anyway, moving on. NXT North American Championship match. The champion Ricochet defending against Johnny Gargano. Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Takeover.
Yeah, how many times is Johnny Takeover going to be Johnny Takeover and not actually win anything on a takeover?
See, that's the thing. So he cut a big promo about like success isn't necessarily, or what did he say? It's something about success is wins and championships. And it's like, okay, dude, but you've lost at most takeovers last year.
And has not held a championship.
Exactly. He held the tag titles.
Doesn't
but
count.
That was like 2 years ago.
I was gonna say, that don't count.
Doesn't exactly. So it'll be interesting. I don't know, but Connor, who's gonna win this match?
They've done such a good job of keeping Johnny in the forefront and making him relevant, despite getting his shit pushed in takeovers. And Ricochet, I feel like is a guy that can benefit with or without the North American title. I really don't know. This one is probably going to be my hardest one, but I'm going to go.
I should probably be writing these down.
I'm going to go with Gargano because I feel like it's going to, I don't know. I feel like it's the next logical, at least for me, this weird frenemy stuff that he and Ciampa have going on right now. So have both of them with a title.
See, that's such an interesting storyline. They really could do that. Personally, so you're going with Johnny, right?
I am going with Johnny.
Personally, I think they're still telling the story of Johnny versus Ciampa. And recently, with this whole like teasing of DIY,
mm-hmm.
it feels to me like they're going to tell the story that Johnny has gotten, or that Tommaso has actually gotten to Johnny, and Johnny has lost sight of what he actually wants to do, and that's take the title away from Ciampa. So I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think they're going to tell the story that somewhere in the match, Johnny's going to realize, why am I going after this title?
Right.
I should be going after the other one. And then, maybe he stutters on a move, like he's going for his finisher, and he just kind of waits, and then he's like, wait a minute. And then that's where Ricochet takes over and wins.
I could see that.
And then my prediction for that kind of furthers into later in the night. So I'm going to go with Ricochet. I'm not very confident on that because, like you said, I could very much see them telling a story where they're both champions. And then they could still tell that story of like, wait a minute, I'm supposed to be taking your title. I'm going to be a double champ type of thing. They could still do that. But I have a prediction as far as that goes. So I'm going to go with Ricochet for that match. Next, we have the Undisputed Era defending their NXT Tag Team Championships versus the War Raiders. War. Connor, who's going to win this match?
Oh, man. Again, who do you...
I know.
It's not even so much of a matter of who do you value more. It's who do you protect the most here.
It's interesting.
Because the answer of who do they value more? Equally both. A lot. Who do you protect more? Don't know. I still am led to believe that all the Undisputed Era is on a one-way ticket to the main roster post-Mania. I am going to go... Well, I never said when post-Mania, but
True.
post-Mania.
Fair enough.
But I am going to go... At least right now, for this chapter of the Undisputed Era.
So admittedly, I'm at a slight advantage for these predictions over you because I actually watch NXT weekly.
Yes.
But I'm actually surprised you picked Undisputed Era. I feel like, because I also think Undisputed is going to win. So, but I don't think that they're going up to the main roster yet. I think they're honestly going to be there for another year. And here's why. They're starting to tell the story of, like, Adam Cole keeps saying, we're going to drip in gold. They're telling the story where Undisputed Era wants to hold all the gold. So I think...
Every title I'm going to hold. Word to WrestleFlow.
Exactly. I think they're going to tell the story that, Strong and O'Reilly are going to keep those NXT titles for a long time, and Adam Cole and Bobby Fish are going to keep helping them keep those titles, because right now those are the only titles they have.
Correct.
I think Bobby Fish will eventually work his way into the North American Championship, and he could win that. And then I think Adam Cole could eventually work his way into the NXT Championship. I just thought of some good fantasy. Anyway, they could do something where Gargano, they do they do Ciampa versus Cole, and Gargano costs Ciampa.
Mother.
It's like, hey, I didn't say I had to take the title from you. I just needed to get rid of it. Anyway, but I think they want to tell that story. And honestly, I think Undisputed Era want to, like, run NXT for a long time. And I think they want to be, like, known as NXT for a long time. So I think, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll go up. Who knows? But I think that's the story that they want to tell. And as of right now, yeah, I think Undisputed Era is going to retain at least this time.
Yeah. My only thing is whenever they call them up, Trips better have all control over what Undisputed Era does.
Although we've seen in the past, factions kind of do well.
How's that been going for us in all of 2018?
Sanity. Shit, you're right. Okay, fair enough.
The revival?
Factions. Not tag teams.
Factions?
Factions. I think back to the Shield.
Oh, right.
Wyatt family.
Shield, obviously one of the best, if not, depending on who you talk to, one of the greatest faction of all time.
You think of, like, the Clique.
Right, the
DX.
Clique. classic.
Yeah,
DX.
exactly.
You don't think tag team or anything without DX.
Exactly. I think of that kind of stuff.
But
when
recently they've dropped, but
yeah,
not
you
so
would
much.
think Sanity.
Right, but not even so much just factions in general, just NXT call up talent in general. They've dropped 2018. They dropped the ball on 90% of them.
It takes a while for them because they always say, or Triple H always says, we don't call anyone up unless we have a 6-month plan for them when they get to the main roster. But we know that's not true. Sanity, well,
Trips has a 6-month plan, and then Vince is just like, "Fuck
That's
yo
true, too.
plan. This is my show."
because like Andrade came up, he didn't do anything.
I mean, now they have him doing shit, which
Right.
is great, but
6
it's
months later.
6 months later.
More than 6 months later.
Honestly, they freaking wait. That's the thing. And there's still so many people waiting on that. Ember Moon.
Ember Moon has not had a
direction.
storyline.
Right. She's just casually thrown in
Mhm.
as a
And
placeholder.
the tag teams they have an excuse for because they were going to do the tag team Money in the Bank. So that's why Sanity never did anything. That's why Authors of Pain didn't do anything for a long time, which they're hurt now. One of them is hurt.
Akam or Razor?
I don't remember.
I mean,
But
the Iconics are just always just
oh,
the people who
God.
get fucked over by
Yeah.
the faces, but now they'll actually be prominent with the women's tag belts,
They're
we hope.
Such a good act.
I know.
But yeah.
But they're basically glorified fucking dummies.
Yeah,
Like fucking
unfortunately.
tackling dummies. With pretty faces and a great gimmick.
Great gimmick. And I shouldn't say that. Peyton Royce is a pretty decent wrestler. I don't know about Billy Kay, but I know Peyton is fantastic. Anyway, back to the predictions. Staying in the women's division, actually. Shayna Baszler defending her NXT Women's Championship versus the undefeated Bianca Belair.
And she won't let you forget it. Oh,
No.
man. So,
I
so
actually-
Bianca Belair has become the face here, I'd assume, because even in NXT
Yes.
house shows, she's been teaming up with like faces. She teamed with
Yeah.
Kyrie. I'm pretty sure she teamed with Io.
Right. Which is kind of strange. I bet you she was filling in for Io
Dakota.
when she was sick. Well,
Yeah, because Dakota like wrestled for like 2 months like on a bad knee,
And
and
now
then
she's
she finally
actually
went
fine,
under the
yeah.
knife for the
Yeah.
I think she tore her ACL or
something
something.
like that. She's
Yeah.
out for a while, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Honestly,
But yeah, so she probably filled in for that, and they probably knew they were gonna run this feud, so they probably did that.
they
But
just made the most logical.
it is
sense.
weird because she is a heel, but she is the face in this scenario.
Well,
for
you can
sure.
have a cocky face.
She's definitely heel.
Is she?
Oh,
Is she
yeah.
still heel in this? Because Shayna is in no way, shape, or form
No.
a face in this.
And that's the beautiful thing about NXT. You can run heel versus heel, face versus face stuff because Triple H knows how to do that. So I think Bianca's still the heel, but she's obviously the face because she's basically in a 3-on-2 disadvantage or 3-on-1 disadvantage.
Right, because
because
she's
of
got
Shafir and Duke in the corner.
Jesselyn and Maria Shafir. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's interesting, but I don't know. Does Shayna Baszler's reign coming to an end, or does Bianca Belair's streak come to an end? Who's gonna win this match?
Shayna by DQ.
Ooh, or Bianca by DQ.
Shayna by DQ here. Well, technically it would be by the
Oh, I like that. I didn't
Shay-
even think of that.
Shayna walks out with the belt, but Bianca
which is
wins.
how we do our predictions.
But Bianca wins via DQ. Because I'm looking at the same shit that happened at, I believe it was Evolution that when it happened, where Kyrie got mugged and Io and Dakota came out. So
that was a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can see the same
Ooh,
thing.
I didn't even.
And I
think
can
that.
see Kyrie and Io coming out because Kyrie still has her revenge to get out, and
That's a beautiful way to.
and Io was involved because helping out Kyrie.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Keep Bianca undefeated
Yep.
and keep Shayna with the title at least until TakeOver Brooklyn.
Right.
Would it be Brooklyn? It might be Brooklyn.
It might be Brooklyn.
'Cause
They're probably gonna put it in
WrestleMania's
Brooklyn.
New York. It might be. They might put it in Brooklyn.
They're probably
Anyway,
gonna put it. Yeah. So you do that, and then you still have a high-profile woman's program where you have Kyrie and Io, because Kyrie's going up soon, and you need to really hammer home Io, even though she lost the Mae Young Classic. We all still know that they're very high on her.
Yeah.
And then have a firm, and then make this what's about to happen on Saturday. Yes, Saturday, be the last chapter in the build up to introducing the other two, and then turn Duke and Shafir loose.
That's interesting. I was gonna pick Shayna to retain. I didn't put too much thought into actually how that was gonna happen. I just didn't think they were gonna take the title off of her. But I was worried about Bianca's streak.
They're not gonna kill that.
I wouldn't.
If they kill that in the middle or right at the start of the Mania build, it's gonna take her past Mania season to build her back up.
They
again.
can do that DQ spot, and then they can build up
exactly.
a rematch.
Exactly. Because then they can say she's never officially lost.
Although I personally think she's gonna go up either in the Rumble or in the Battle Royal for Mania.
Did they announce all 30 in the Women's Rumble?
No, they announced 19.
All right.
21.
Something
like that.
All right. So confirmed throwbacks and the odd NXT call up.
Yeah, I suppose they already announced Lacey Evans.
She's
Nikki
called
Cross,
up.
And Nikki Cross.
Both are technically both are main roster are products
now. At first,
now.
I was thinking like, okay, they're for sure. Like I'm thinking EC3 and Lars are kind of for sure too. Maybe not Lars.
But
EC3 I'm thinking.
If when EC3's music pops in the Royal Rumble,
I'll cry.
You'll cry.
It'll be great.
I feel bad for my friend that's coming with.
But yeah, so I like that though. The way we pick for our group is whoever walks out champion is who we should pick.
And
we pick who walks out champion. So.
Shayna walks out champion,
I
but
agree.
via DQ.
I like that a lot. And finally, we have Tommaso Ciampa defending Goldie, the NXT Championship, against my personal favorite, Aleister Black. And we will never be equal. Oh, it's such a good song.
Is this the part where I grow hair and start headbanging? Anyways, you can. All right, so again, I'm gonna echo the same sentiment. They've done a great job, regardless of the success rate, on keeping both, Gargano and Ciampa, because he's a champion, and Aleister Black really damn relevant. I don't want to say there's going to be 2 screwy finishes on NXT, but I could see 2 screwy finishes on NXT. Yeah. They need to close the official title arc chapter when it comes to Ciampa and Gargano. For that reason, it has to go Ciampa.
Yes.
They have to close that arc for good before one, if not both of them, get called to the main roster. Or hell, all 3 of them.
Yeah, that's true. I can't wait for Aleister Black to be on the main roster. So, here's where this ties into my prediction. So earlier, I said that Gargano will realize that it's Ciampa that he's going after.
Mm-hmm.
I believe towards the end of this match, Aleister Black will hit a black mass, and he will be going for a second one to put him away. Johnny Gargano will come out and cost Aleister Black the match because he wants to be the one to take the title off of Ciampa. So I think that's how they do it. I don't know if it's by DQ. I don't think it would be by DQ because this will probably be the main event, unless they do Ricochet Gargano first, which could be interesting, or last. But no, I'm sure this will probably be the main event. But I think Gargano gets involved in this match somehow to keep the belt on Ciampa because he wants to be the one to take it off, which I think might go against something I said earlier. Now that I think about it, but there's a lot of stories that they could tell with this, and they're gonna do something with it. And honestly, what I was just thinking right before I picked this was they could do what I said earlier, where Gargano's like, I don't have to be the one to take the title off of you. I just want the title off of you. And they could have him cost Ciampa the belt and have Black take it back. But I don't think so because I think Black's going to go up eventually here.
Same.
So
I was going to say.
Yeah.
It just makes sense if they want to close this arc and really make this big. I don't want to say fairy tale, but I don't know what I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want to say here. But long story short, the textbook way to close this over a year long, many years long, this years long story would be, ideally, and Triple H tends to identify with the common man, us who fantasy book like hell. Ideally, the payoff would be Gargano finally gets his. Now, then again, that means Gargano has to stay in NXT a wee bit longer, and
which is perfectly okay. Although he could do a Kevin Owens and go up with the title.
He could.
But I see what you. Yeah.
So for that sole purpose, Ciampa has to win.
I agree. You realize that the moment that this feud started was the Cruiserweight Classic. In the second round, first or second round, when Ciampa versus Gargano.
It's hard to imagine looking at Ciampa, who's just swole as shit as a cruiserweight.
He wasn't swole.
Right,
exactly.
He wasn't.
He used to be pretty skinny. He was still big, but he was a cruiserweight at one point. I wonder what he weighs now. But anyway, those are our NXT predictions. If you want to participate with us, you can leave your predictions down below in the comments, or you can tweet at us at FRKO Podcast. And, we will talk about our reactions for this on Monday on the podcast. So, thank you all for watching / listening, and we will see you next time.
Peace.
She a California living, cognac sipping, choke blowing, candy flipping, sunshine vibe. Flew out for the show, had to pull her out the road. Now she hoping I could change her life, but I think we need to slow it down, slow it down.